Kevin, hey, it is David with Artisan Revere. Hope you're doing well. I have here your cobalt blue petty knife. I just touched it up, so every single knife that goes out the door, I personally put hands on, and if there's even the slightest thing off with it, I personally fix it. I wanted to add a little bit of extra curvature at the tip of your blade. I really like that, especially for things like for handwork specifically, but for taking down or taking apart an avocado, for instance. I really want to make sure that your tip isn't going to poke through. So I always like to add a little bit of extra tip or extra curve right at the tip. So this is your small petty knife. Let me show you your QC inspection. Okay, beautiful. It's flying through that magazine paper. Next, I'm going to check to make sure that these pins are flush. They are. I'm going to inspect the handle. That's the blue rich light, the red G10, excuse me, and the tang to make sure there's no gaps. There aren't any. Next, I'm checking the front of the handle in particular to make sure it's nice and soft, because that's where your fingers are going to be coming in contact with the knife. I'm going to check the choil area. That's this right here. I rounded it a little bit of extra, spent a little bit of time rounding it. Sorry, today is literally, I've never been this ineloquent. So I apologize for that, but I think my point is coming across. I also spent a little bit of extra time making sure that the spine is nice and soft. It is beautiful. I'm going to do a visual inspection to make sure that the edge grind is nice and even. It is perfect. And just as a double check on the magazine paper test, I just ran it through my fingernail. It's nice and toothy. That's how I like it. I mean, it's going to grip the skin of things like tomatoes and peppers and so forth, and it's going to stay. It's going to feel sharp for much longer. So a couple quick things. We always recommend storing in the leather sheaths. So when you do that, please match up the AR on the knife and the AR on the sheath. There's two reasons for that. So number one, it's not going to fall out that way. And number two, the bottom of the leather sheath has a welt, so you're not going to cut through that. That's an extra piece of leather that goes through it. There is no extra piece of leather on the top. That's obviously to make sure that there's friction for the blade. Okay, so it will fit in upside down, but please make sure you don't store it that way. The other thing that I want to mention, I at home keep my knives all on wooden magnets that look like this. There's neodymium magnets inside, and those are the really, really strong ones. So you put your blade up on the magnet and just rotate it. And then to take it off, take the edge off first and then pull it off. That's for all of your knives. Before I ship this, I'm going to clean it up a little bit and pop it into the leather sheath and send it off your way. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out. There is a referral code inside your little booklet. I think it's on the third page. Let me just double check. I think it's in here somewhere. 1, 2. Yeah, it's on the third little card. It's Edge 2546. Pass it along to your friends. They get $20 off. You get $20 off. Everybody wins. We don't advertise, so we really rely on word of mouth. If you're happy with your with the service and with the product, we would love it if you could pass it along. So thanks so much. Appreciate your order and your support. Have a good day.